Look at that. That looks like pure heaven. Welcome back everyone to Cook It Simple with Eric. Today we are going to make apple blondies. I love these things. I'm a chocolate freak by nature, but these apple blondies with the cinnamon, the apples, and the brown sugar, oh, it's just delicious. So I'm making these for my coworkers because we have to work the weekend thanks to the solar eclipse coming in town. So let's get started. So we're going to start out with 1 1/4 cups of flour. If you're gluten-free, you can use gluten-free 1-to-1 flour perfectly in this recipe. Since this is going to work for my coworkers, I'm just using regular flour today. We're also doing almost a teaspoon of cinnamon, half teaspoon of baking powder, half teaspoon of salt. We're going to do 1 egg. I went ahead, kind of mixed it around a little bit because that'll help when we mix it in here. I have about 1 1/2 Fuji apples, half cup of butter that I have melted, and I have 1 cup of brown sugar, light brown sugar. And we will also be adding 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. You can add some nutmeg to this. I'm out, so I'm not. So let's get to mixing. So we'll go ahead and start out with our, what we'll call wet ingredients, with our brown sugar, butter, apples, egg, and our vanilla. We'll get that all mixed up into a creamy little paste there. So first, let's do our half cup of butter. We'll just put that in. Our 1 egg. And there's my favorite tool in the kitchen, this rubber spatula. Let's go ahead and put 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Then we'll get this mixed up before we put the apples in. There's a teaspoon plus a little bit. All right, so now we want to mix this up really well to where where the brown sugar gets dissolved. It just becomes a nice, very smooth, kind of a cream, I guess, or a paste. You'll see it starting to come together. You can use a whisk on this, or you can use a rubber spatula, whichever you prefer. So get that in there. And you'll see how it's forming really nice, except for that little hunk there. We'll get that guy out of there. All right, let's get back to it. So we have just a nice, smooth paste. Some stuff just doesn't want to dissolve. So let's go ahead and add our apples in. So I'm just going to kind of put some in and see. I might use a little less. Man, let's use them all. We love apples. Stuart got to enjoy some apples while I was cutting them up, so he's happy puppy right now. There we go, just mix all that in. That's what you want to see right now. So let's set this off to the side for a second. So let's bring in our 1 1/4 cups of flour. We'll go ahead and we'll put in our cinnamon, just about 1 teaspoon, half teaspoon of salt, and a half teaspoon of baking powder. And that will be your dry ingredients. So here you just want to just kind of get them all mixed up there. Now I did sift the flour into this bowl Just kind of loosens things up a little bit, or if your flour's been sitting for a while, it just makes it a little happier. All right. So I don't keep on making a big mess, let's get back and let's get it all mixed in. All right. So now what I like to do with the flour, I don't put it all in at one time. I just want to put about half in, about like that. Then let's just kind of fold it in, because we don't want to really overwork it. So we'll just kind of get this all folded in. Get the flour absorbed. See how it's starting to change colors a little bit? That's where the Blondie comes in. All right, now we'll see most of it's in there. Let's go ahead and just put the rest in. Finish up our batter. Just fold it in nicely. And it becomes a little more difficult to stir. That is what you want. It's not too dry, so don't worry about it. This is the batter we are looking for right here. There it is. All right, let's get to the next step. So while I have the oven preheating at 350 degrees, we'll go ahead and put this in an 8x8 tin, lightly greased. A lot of people will put parchment paper in. You don't have to. So I'm just going to do lightly greased. So all we're going to do is get this poured in. There we go. Make sure to get it all. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this mixed in. Flattened out. So we're going to be baking this at 350 for about 25 to 30 minutes. I'll check it right about the probably 23, 24 minute mark. And you'll see it starting to pull away from the edges. There, we'll go with that. Get all of it in there we can. All right, we will get this put in the oven here shortly. I'll see you then. All right, the oven is preheated. In we go. I will set the timer for 23 minutes and we'll see where we're at. It's been 26 to 27 minutes right now. Let's see how they look. What? Oh, look at that. Well, let's do the toothpick test, see if anything comes out. All right, if you look here, it's nicely browned around the edges. That's what we want to see. Went into an apple on that one. We're going to call that one done. Perfect. All right, so now I did check it at 23 minutes and it wasn't ready yet, so I ran it to about 27 minutes. Being it's 8x8, it's a little bit thicker. So I think we're right where we need to be. So we're going to let this cool and then come back and try it out. These Apple Blondie brownies smell amazing. If my house could smell like this every day, I would be a happy man. Well, I've let it cool for as long as I'm going to let it cool. Probably about 10-15 minutes. I'm ready to have a taste and I like it a little warm. So let's taste it. Oh, it is gooey. Oh, look at that. That looks like pure heaven. Let's try it. It's so delicious. The apples still have just a little crunch to them, but they're really nice and warm. The batter, or the brownie itself, has a little chewiness like it should be. Oh, this is good. This would be great with ice cream, but it's 9:30 at night, so I'm not going to have ice cream. So if you want a very delicious Apple Blondie brownie, give this one a try. You can add walnuts to it if you like, some white chocolate chips, that'd be really good too. However you want to make it your own, but cook it simple. That's what we like. So once again, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. If you're liking what you see on this video and other videos, please like and subscribe. I would appreciate that. So till then, enjoy the eclipse. If you're into that type of thing, thank you so much.